Hello Virgos, I'm Christy, you're watching Tiny Total Tarot and this is your reading for the week ahead. As always, if anything I say resonates or you feel it will in the future, because obviously it hasn't happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing. Let's get on with your reading. Oh, also, I do update my website weekly with new personal readings available for those of you asking, and my t-shirts are all 30% off at the moment if you want to get one. Limited stock. It's kind of like a clearance sale to get rid of the last of this design. So if you're interested, link in description. Let's get on with Virgo's reading. What is happening for you beautiful Virgos this week? Firstly, you have the Five of Cups. Then you have the Five of Swords. Then you have the Queen of Pentacles. And the Sun. So as always, I'll talk you through these cards first and then clarify and get more out of them. Five of Cups is kind of heavy. You guys are coming out of this energy of grieving, regretting, feeling. A lot of you, it's almost like looking back on things you can't change. It's behind you, you can't change it. Obviously that doesn't change your desire to maybe stare at it for a while and contemplate what you should have done differently, but I feel as if this week you're going to kind of realise, oh, it's time I moved on. It's time I leave that behind me now. It's not worth my peace anymore. And with the Five of Swords there, looking back on that, Five of Swords is unnecessary. It's a huge energy of unnecessary. Both also fives are change, so I really do believe you're moving out and changing now. There's a huge energy of transformation, of you just going, it's time to let go, it's time to kind of shed the skin of this version of myself. Today's a new day. And I feel like a lot of you, this is a long time coming. There is something where you almost beat yourself up a little bit, or you've been very hard on yourself and you're now not doing that anymore. You might be kind of being very, I don't know why I'm getting like you're respecting yourself enough to stick to what you are deciding to do, and what you're deciding to do is keep your eyes in front of you rather than on what's happened, what is gone, what you cannot change. Queen of Pentacles. There's a lot of richness, and I always use this word, and I know I'm going to get comments going, it's not important to be rich. I'm not saying it is important to everyone to be rich. Some people do prioritise that and want that, and Queen of Pentacles to me is a very rich card. I feel as if a lot of you are meant to be rich in this life, are meant to be abundant, are meant to feel like you have, you can look around you and go, oh, look what I've created for myself, right? And I don't think that's a bad thing, and if you comment telling me it's not important, I don't really care. I don't really care. There is a huge feeling of you being rich in whatever way that is to you also. So if your idea of being rich is to have as little possessions as possible and be able to travel the world freely without worrying about, you know, physical, that is it. You are going to have the means to travel the world and not have to worry about material things. Rich is obviously going to be different, but with the Queen of Pentacles, basically you will find yourself very soon having more than enough to do what you want to do when you want to do it. It's also this energy of you collecting things. So again, if you're not someone that wants material things and you want to have the freedom to travel and not worry about the physical, you might be collecting photos, you might be collecting experiences, you might be collecting you know, tattoos. I don't know, but there's something with that Queen of Pentacles where you will be collecting something to kind of show yourself what you have accumulated, or to kind of be able to look back on in the future and go, oh, I did a lot with my life. I've done lots of things that a lot of people wouldn't know about because I don't really talk about it, but there's a lot of stuff that's happened. There's a feeling of you reminiscing, which is interesting because with the Five of Cups and the Five of Swords of me saying don't look back, you're now kind of putting in like the foundations of starting to collect the new experiences, collect the new photographs, collect the new whatever it is. That's your focus now, rather than you're kind of setting up to be able to reminisce from your future self, rather than you reminiscing now on things that have already happened and you've already reminisced on them enough. The Sun card, happiest card in the deck, most joyful. It's about exposure. I feel like some of you are going to be seen a lot more this week. I don't know why I'm getting the words seen and not heard, seen and not heard. So some of you could find yourselves in a position with a lot of eyes on you, but nobody's really listening to what you have to say or what you're trying to get out. So if you have to, I don't know why I'm getting the guidance to tell you, if you have to say something really bluntly, if you have to paint a really obvious picture for people to understand, do it. Because there's something where you are going to have some type of chance to expose, whether it be yourself, your thoughts, your feelings, whether it be certain facts about the world. There is some platform or some stage you're going to be given, and you're seen and not heard. So if you need to think outside of the box to get your message across, do that. And if you need to be really obvious about it as well, do it. Don't talk in tongues, don't talk in riddles, say what you want to say. Because you're gonna, otherwise I feel as if you're gonna realise, oh, well, they saw me but they didn't really hear what I was trying to say. But, you know, even if you're saying something very clearly, people oftentimes are only going to hear it from their own perspective. So say it even clearer. Try to be really, really bold. Six of Swords with the Five of Cups. Six of Swords is the energy of moving on, which is amazing because it's with that card of me saying you're now letting go of this. You're now letting go of this grief, you're now walking away from it, and I got that because of the Five of Swords next to it, to be honest. That doesn't really matter because you also have the Six of Swords, which comes after the Five of Swords of moving on and letting go. I'm so happy for you. You're putting the past in the past where it belongs. You've beat yourself up, you've overthought certain things that you couldn't change. It's time to move on. Clarifying the Five of Swords, you have the Three of Swords and the Moon card. A lot of you also, unnecessary conflict. I feel as if Five of Swords being unnecessary conflict, the Moon being deep hidden emotions, and the Three of Swords being pain, a lot of you have felt a lot more pain than you show. You've been through a lot more than people see. The Moon keeps things very hidden. With that, there's a lot of unnecessary conflict that's come from that, whether it be mental, whether it be with people around you not understanding or not seeing things from your perspective because they don't actually know what it is you've gone through and what it is you have had to kind of push through. And I don't know, I feel like there is something that might, I don't know why I'm getting the word test. There's something that might try to test you to see if you will fight, to see if you will bite back something or someone, and they don't actually realise that you've been through so much, you've experienced so much pain, so much loss, so much heavy energy in your life. They don't know that. That's hidden. You don't look like someone that's been through all that. So there's something with the Five of Swords where someone's trying to like upset you, someone's trying to cause a reaction, and you're like, huh, you think that is gonna get to me? You think that is adorable? That is adorable that you think that insult will even hurt me in the slightest. You think you're worth my reaction to that? That's cute. Like there's something here where you're a lot tougher, or like it takes a lot to upset you, but you don't look like that, or something along those lines. So yeah, I feel like there could be multiple with that Five of Swords of people trying to get a reaction out of you, and you won't give it because you just don't care. You couldn't care less, and I love it. Clarify the Queen of Pentacles. you have the Temperance card with the Queen of Pentacles. A lot of you, I just want to say it, rich energy, whether it be rich in life, rich in money, rich in experience. There's something you have on a pedestal that you want. And it's okay if that's money. It's okay if that's something that isn't the most important thing. You can still want it. You can still prioritize it. And you can still, like, because at the end of the day, with the world we live in, the world on the bottom, the world you're currently living in, the reality of it all, to ground it, money builds and brings you stability and safety in order for you to then branch out and create a lot of peace and harmony. Also, that can be backwards, because also you can find peace and harmony without money. But there's a balance, and I feel as if you're finding balance. I feel as if with Temperance there is this kind of you finding fulfillment in your emotions, in your peace, in your harmony, in your inner world, and also in your physical world, finding yourself feeling very, very fulfilled and having a lot of success. You can want more than one thing, and you can want something even if others tell you it's not something that's, you know, important. Money doesn't buy happiness. There's balance to that, isn't there? Clarify the Sun for Virgo. You have the Six of Pentacles. Balance. Look, he's got the scales. Wow, I love it when what I'm saying comes out. The Sun and the Six of Pentacles. There's also something here where you are going to find yourself in a position of being rich enough to give back, rich enough to invest or donate and give. Whether that's your time. Also, you might find yourself being in a position where you have a lot more time on your hands to help out and get to see that physical work or help, or lost the word. I don't know why I'm getting guidance, but you're getting guidance. Your guidance, you're going to get to see how it's physically helping those in your life. You're going to get to see how the work you're doing, or going to find yourself having the time to do because of some type of rich energy you're now falling into. You're going to get to see that play out. It's going to be exposed to you. There's the light being shone on the kind of consequences of your work, of the good you do. You're going to get to see the payoff. You're going to get to see how much that's helping others if you don't already. Others of you, this could also be you being shown in this light and people finally seeing, oh, you do a lot of good, Virgo. We didn't know. And you're like, well, I'm not going to go around tapping you on the shoulder. I'm a really good person. I do all this stuff. Like, I don't know, there's this energy here of you maybe being a little bit sarcastic to someone when they're like, you didn't tell me. You didn't tell me you do this. And you're like, why would I? How would I? So, I don't know. And there's this goofy energy around this also. If you heard me going, of you maybe feeling a bit awkward or not liking a lot of attention that's coming your way because you're not used to it. But either way, it's positive. So you can not like this attention. Doesn't really matter. It's going to show a lot of high vibrational energy and bring you a lot of high vibrational energy, even if it's uncomfortable, even if you don't like it at the time or it's a bit embarrassing. Try to embrace it because it's doing good. And it's also good for you. Even if it's embarrassing, it's good for you to be acknowledged for the good you do. I'm going to wrap your reading up here. Thank you so much for watching. If anything I said resonated or you feel it will in the future, because obviously it hasn't happened yet, please let me know by liking and subscribing, and I'll see you next Tuesday for Tiny Little Tarot Tuesdays.